Good morning and Happy New Year to all. My name is Ashish Mittal and I welcome you to Hilti India's first ever digital launch event where we will unveil latest innovation for post-installed rebar connections. The world is transforming and it is the construction industry which might left behind in this era of digitalization. Construction contributes to 13% of global GDP, but in terms of digital adoption, it is at the bottom of the table, right just above agriculture industry. There are a lot of challenges that our industry is facing today. Labor shortages, increasing cost, material unavailability, increasing carbon footprints, and so on and so forth. While we are still dealing with a lot of inefficiencies due to conventional systems, billions of dollars are wasted every year due to poor resource management, lack of information, and unplanned activities or mistakes during the course of construction. There is an urgent need for the adoption of digital processes in construction because with digital tools such as software, we can better manage resources, seamlessly share information across different stakeholders, and simulate multiple design scenarios to find out the most optimized solution. Hilti is at the forefront in driving this digital disruption in construction industry. Our purpose is to make construction better, to make it more resilient, to make it more sustainable, to make it more efficient, and to make it more productive. And we do that by bringing revolutionary innovations in hardware, in software, in services to our customers. And today, we are going to launch new innovations in software and services for one of the most critical applications for any construction project, post-installed rebar, or simply called as rebarring. It is a common application across different project types. Rebarring is simply addition of a new rebar into an existing concrete so that the new rebar behaves like a cast-in rebar. This is not a new application, but despite years of experience and practice, we still find a lot of thumb rules being used which sometimes compromise the safety of the connections. We believe that every post-installed connection has to be designed using most qualified and tested products, have to be installed using most productive tools and technologies to ensure that the connection is behaving monolithic and safety of the structure and its occupants are not compromised. Hence today, we are introducing the next generation of technologies which will overcome all these challenges. At Hilti, we are productivity, safety, and sustainability partners to our customers. And innovation is in our DNA. More than a decade ago, we introduced the anchoring and the rebarring software for the first time in India. And since then, we have continued our passion to be your technical partners, aiming at improving the quality of designs with our future-ready software. We launched one more innovation in the form of Process Engineering in the year 2020. This was first of its kind software which is cloud-based, helps in estimating the realistic behavior, conforming to national and international codes, and help designers by providing detailed specifications. But we strive for more, as there has been a greater demand to use this futuristic technology to all post-installed fastening applications. So here, I present to you one more revolution in our software offerings, concrete-to-concrete design module inbuilt in our Process Engineering software. Are you ready? Gone are those days when you were using different softwares for different applications. Now you have everything in one software. Post-install anchor, post-install rebar, masonry designs, and all of that with many additional benefits such as ease of access, design productivity, selecting the most optimized solution, and finally, proper documentation. And to give you more details, I would like to invite my colleague Kaushal Agarwal.
Thanks, Ashish. In this new age of software revolution, desktop-based software seems very limited because of very known reasons. You need to get multiple approvals to get your product installed. You have to depend on your IT team to manually install the product. The updates are often delayed because you have to go through the similar process one more time. It also causes delay in troubleshooting the issues. In the year 2020, Process Engineering took care of all of these issues in Anchor designs. Now what is best is that all the concrete to concrete connections are being added as modules within the same software. So you don't even have to get a separate approval to use these features. Your all-weather Hilti friend in the cloud covers all your fastening requirements now. When we started to bring features on the cloud, we thought of reinventing the entire user experience, refurbishing the user interface, arranging the design input fields in separate tabs according to your workflows, and the most important them of all is the templates. We wanted you to easily select the type of application without jumbling around multiple options. Now they are trimmed and arranged in two simple tabs: lap splices for extension jobs and encourage for rigid connections. Now I'm very excited to talk about the next feature because I personally like it the most, because it addresses one of the biggest challenges and long-awaited demand of structural designers. That is to simulate the actual rebar arrangements in design software. I would say we heard you, because 2D rebar modeling in process engineering gives you the flexibility such as multiple diameters in the same layer. You can alter the spacing between the rebars, and multiple layers of rebars can be done now, as well as the staggered rebar arrangement is possible with the accuracy of up to 1 millimeter. So with this new feature, we have overcome all the earlier software design limitations, and now it is a piece of cake to simulate the actual site conditions. Another interesting ability of the software you can see under the Design Method tab on the right side of the screen. The software performs multiple simultaneous design in one go, and with the help of this tab, you can review all the solutions offered by different design methodologies and select the most optimized design solution. Once you have selected the optimized design solution, you can create a design report, and you will observe that we have left no stone unturned in improving it to aid you in documentation. Some of the notable enhancements are: you can find all the product details on the first page of the report itself. We have also included the different views of the design model. You can find summary and detailed code references along with the calculations. And at the end of the report, we have included installation data for ease of execution at the job site. And the best part of all this, we have arranged in such a manner that you can easily replicate it by hand calculations.
Kaushal, I was wondering how designers are going to assess these amazing features.
You just need to sign into processengineering.hilti.com to access these features. If you don't have an account with Hilti already, you will need to register by filling in a simple form. You can also ask for our technical engineers' help by requesting on Process Engineering page on hilti.in. But Prashant, there is one more application where our structural engineers need our help.
Well, Kaushal, I agree with you. I do see a major challenge with complete design of concrete jacketing application during retrofitting, especially with shear connector designs. This application has always been overlooked because of absence of design guidelines. But that is going to be history now, because European regulatory framework has introduced the design guideline which enables the structure engineers to design shear connectors. To understand the importance and why this was one of the prime requirements of retrofitting consultants and contractors, let me take an example here of a sick building. which is not fit for use. As doctors take the responsibility of making a sick person healthy again, the structure engineers has to do the similar job with the sick building. Since the structure is already in its detrimental stage, we cannot afford to take the chances. But writing such prescriptions or specifications was so much harder in the absence of design guidelines, and the structure engineer was burdened with huge responsibility without a means to back his calculations. But now you will have the confidence of design guidelines to write such prescriptions or detailed specifications. Let's understand this further. TR066, introduced by IOTA, the European Organization for Technical Assessment, is the guideline which I have been talking about, and this document has the complete procedural details of designing shear connectors. I am sure you must be curious to know how this new design method TR066 ensures connection safety, which means that a new overlay layer must not be delaminated from the existing old concrete structure, and here the interface shear resistance plays a crucial role. So this design method primarily works on three key mechanisms: adhesion, friction and dowel action. First of all, let's understand what the adhesion means here. So here, adhesion refers to the original adhesive property of the concrete, which gives resistance to the overlay concrete layer from slippage over. Second, friction. The friction arises from the surface roughness between two concrete layers, adding further resistance to prevent the slippage of the overlay layer. Third, when adhesion and surface roughness in combination are not sufficient to offer resistance, it becomes necessary to add steel element to resist the slippage of overlays and thus making the connection safe. All the factors just defined, that is adhesion, friction, dowel action, are interdependent, which means increasing the capacity of one can influence the result of others. Let's understand this by picking a parameter which is surface roughness, and TR066 classifies the surface roughness in four categories: very smooth, smooth, rough and very rough. Now with this example, you can influence the surface roughness category on the number of shear connectors while we assume the same shear force at the interface. Being familiar with the working principle and influencing factors, I am sure that you must be looking forward to knowing which products are approved with new design method. With IOTA TR066, the selected range of Hilti chemical and mechanical anchors are approved to be designed. They are none other than RE500V4 and HY200R V3 with threaded rod, and also a mechanical anchor HUS4 can be used. But we know that you have been designing shear connectors using rebar, and TR066 does not limit you. You can still design rebar as shear connectors and get detailed documentation with RE500V4 or HY200R V3 chemicals based on Hilti research method derived following the similar principle as of TR066. So Kaushal, can you explain the concrete overlay tab in process engineering to help our attendees understand on how to implement the design method with the help of process engineering software?
Sure, Prashant. Process engineering is already ready to serve. Concrete overlays module can be used to design shear connectors for 4 different types of applications. The software allows the designer to input surface roughness criteria and the number of zones to optimize the number of shear connectors according to the real life force input. As the output, you will get the embedment depth inside the existing concrete member as well as in the new overlay layer. And as you might know, the best part of process engineering as a whole is its quality of design report, which will help you in your documentation requirements.
We cannot complete this launch event without showing you the safe post-installed rebar installation procedure. Typically, the procedure starts with design, selecting the right installation method or tools, scanning, drilling, cleaning, and finally injecting the mortar and setting the rebar. As we have shown, you can now perform the code-compliant design with process engineering and with installation data in the report. You can now calculate the chemical volume with Hilti volume calculator and select the right installation technique and required accessories. Next step is scanning the surface, which will ultimately avoid damaging the existing reinforcement and drilling unnecessary holes. Hilti scanning tools such as PS300 can provide the rebar layout visuals on the spot. Next is drilling, which can be very well done by Hilti combi hammers and extra rugged Hilti hammer drill bits. Inadequate cleaning of holes during installation can reduce the performance of chemical mortars significantly. Hilti SafeSet technology eliminates this factor almost entirely by automatically cleaning the hole while drilling. Injecting the right amount of chemical is important to ensure that the chemical sets around the rebar and bonds perfectly with the concrete. With the help of Hilti cordless dispenser, the right amount of mortar is injected with a single push of a button. You can now achieve the accuracy up to 30%, which ultimately ensures that the right volume of mortar is dispensed into the hole. For easy installation, the rebar must be inserted slowly, twisted into the drill hole until the embedment mark. Twisting the rebar eliminates the air bubbles and ensure chemical is evenly spread around the rebar. Let's see all these steps in action with a small video clip. more details on this topic, please attend webinar series starting next month. Do register yourself by clicking on the register button for Livestream viewers, and for YouTube, LinkedIn and Facebook viewers, please register by clicking on the link pinned in the chat box.
And now I'm sure that our participants are clear that they have full Hilti support in form of design guidelines, software solutions, hardware and services to cater to all types of post-install fastening applications.
And I am sure that from today onwards, all post-install fastening connections will be code compliant.
And I'm sure that all such structural connections will be designed with our leading software solution, Process Engineering. We are joined by thousands of participants on different platforms, and it is impossible to contain their curiosity. We have received an overwhelming amount of questions. Let's take few of them. So Ashish, one of our participants is curious about Hilti's vision. And the question is, what is Hilti's role and vision in the future of construction?
Thanks, Kaushal. Hilti has a very important role in future of construction. Everything that we do in Hilti revolves around our purpose, which is to make construction better. And we will keep on bringing more and more differentiated innovations for our customers and specifiers to build their structures in a more productive, more safer and more sustainable way.
Thanks, Ashish. Prashant, next question is for you. What are the available codes to design rebarring connections?
The post-installed rebarring has 3 types of different connections, and fortunately, we have codes and guidelines to design each of them. The rigid connections can now be designed with TR069. The lap splices can be designed as per EC2 Part 1. The concrete overlays discussed recently can be designed as per TR066.
Thanks, Prashant. The next question may be a repeat, but I'll take this. How I can access Process Engineering software? So what you just need to do is to visit processengineering.hilti.com. If you don't have an account, you just need to register by filling a simple form. You can also ask for our technical engineers' help by requesting on Process Engineering page on hilti.in. So next, what we have is how frequently the rebar pull-out testing shall be done. Prashant, would you like to take it?
Sure, Kaushal. It's a very interesting and important question. First of all, we must understand why pull-out testing is done. It is done to check the quality of workmanship and not the design load capacity of the rebar. Another important aspect is about the limitation of pull-out test, which are, with pull-out test, the concrete failure checks are completely ignored and only the bond resistance capacity is checked. Also, the group behavior of rebars are completely ignored and only single rebar capacity is checked, which is never the case at the actual job site. Along with this, there are many other limitations. So, what must be done to ensure the connection safety? And the simple solution is designing every connection so that we can bring safety to our structures and value engineering to our designs. Another important aspect is about the limitations of pull-out test, which are, with pull-out test, the concrete failure checks are completely ignored and only the bond resistance capacity is checked. Also, the group behavior of rebars are ignored and only single rebar capacity is checked, which is never the case at actual job site. Along with this, there are many other limitations. So, what must be done to ensure the connection safety? The simple solution to this is designing every connection so that we can bring safety and value engineering to our designs.
Thank you, Prashant. Maybe I'll take this next question. How I can reach Hilti for my technical queries? That's very easy. We have the best technical team available to you, visiting you and supporting you. Alternatively, you can also post your questions on Ask Hilti or request our direct support through request support link on Process Engineering page on hilti.in.
Kaushal, because of limited time, we might not be able to take further questions. But please be assured that we will answer all your questions via email. Towards the end, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all of you for spending your valuable time in joining us for this digital event. And I want to close this session with just 3 pointers. Number 1, you are the hero of construction industry in India, and we are here to support you overcome all your challenges for fastening applications. Digital technologies are disrupting our industry, and companies that are early adopters will emerge as winners. And Hilti can be your true partner in this transformation with our highly differentiated hardware, software, and services. Once again, a big thank you, and please reach out to us for any further details. Have a great day.